gentlemen, would you please be upstanding for your bridal party? Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, girls and boys. I'd like to welcome you all here today on this special occasion to celebrate the wedding of Paul and Tracy. Please be seated. My name is Hazel Fleming. I'm Assistant Registrar for the District of Glasgow, and I have been authorised by the Registrar General for Scotland to conduct civil marriages in accordance with the provisions of the Marriage Scotland Act 1977. We are here today to witness the joining in marriage of Paul and Tracy and to share this celebration with them. Before I proceed with this civil marriage ceremony, I need you both to formally identify yourselves by answering the following questions. Are you Paul Gilmartin?
Yes.
Are you Tracy MacDonald? Yes. Thank you. Both parties have given notice of their intended marriage, and authority has now been given to enable the marriage to be solemnised. I must remind you both of the solemn and binding nature of the vows that you are about to make. Marriage is the union of one man and one woman, freely entered into for life and to the exclusion of all others. The vows you make here today constitute a formal and a public statement of your commitment to each other and to your joint future as husband and as wife. By agreeing to marry, you are pledging to love, care for, and support one another, so long as you both shall live. Your journey through marriage will be exciting, challenging, and unpredictable. By committing to each other and to your joint future, you are agreeing to set out on this journey together, secure in the knowledge that you will have a companion by your side to hold your hand, mop your brow, and cheer you on. A successful marriage is based on love, truth, and respect. Aim to build your unique partnership upon acts of kindness, patience, and understanding, and cherish every moment that you spend together. And now we will have a reading from David Leonard.
From the beginning to the end, you've known each other from first glance of acquaintance to this point of commitment. At some point, you decided to marry. From that moment of yes to this moment of yes, indeed, you've been making promises and agreements in an informal way. All those conversations that were held, riding in a car, or over a meal, or during long walks, all those sentences that began with, when we're married, and continued with, I will, and you will, and we will. Late night talks that included someday, somehow, and maybe and all those promises that are unspoken matters of the heart. All these common things and more are the real process of a wedding. The symbolic vows that you're about to make are a way of saying to one another, you know all these things that you promised and hoped and dreamed. Well, I meant it all. Every word. Look at one another and remember this moment in time. Before this moment, you've been many things to one another. Acquaintance, friend, companion, lover, dancing partner, and even teacher. For you've learned much from one another in these last few years. Now you shall say a few words that take you across the threshold of life, and things will never be quite the same between you. For after these vows, you shall say to the world, this is my husband, this is my wife.
Ladies and gentlemen, if able, could you please now stand to support Paul and Tracy as they take their wedding vows. Would you please take each other's right hand and face one another. Paul, do you wish to take Tracy to be your wife and partner in a good and loving marriage?
I do.
Will you therefore from this day forward love her, honour her, comfort and protect her at all times?
I will.
Tracy, do you wish to take Paul to be your husband and partner in a good and loving marriage? Will you therefore from this day forward love him, honour him, comfort and protect him at all times? I will. And Paul, would you please repeat after me? I, Paul Gilmartin,
I, Paul Gilmartin,
do solemnly and sincerely declare
do solemnly and sincerely declare
that I know of no legal impediment
that I know of no legal impediment
to my marrying this woman,
to my marrying this woman,
Tracy MacDonald,
Tracy MacDonald,
whose hand I now hold,
whose hand I now hold,
and I now accept her
and I now accept her
as my lawfully wedded wife,
as my lawfully wedded wife,
to the exclusion of all others.
to the exclusion of all others.
And Tracy, would you please repeat after me? I, Tracy MacDonald,
I, Tracy MacDonald,
do solemnly and sincerely declare
do solemnly and sincerely declare
that I know of no legal impediment
that I know of no legal impediment
to my marrying this man,
to my marrying this man,
Paul Gilmartin,
Paul Gilmartin,
whose hand I now hold,
whose hand I now hold,
and I now accept him
and I now accept him
as my lawfully wedded husband,
as my lawfully wedded husband,
to the exclusion of all others.
to the exclusion of all others.
Thank you. Please be seated. The exchanging of rings is the traditional way of sealing the contract you have just made. A ring is an unbroken circle with no beginning and no end, and it symbolises everlasting love. Your rings will be a constant reminder of the vows you have made here today. Paul, would you please place the ring on the third finger of Tracy's left hand? And repeat after me. I give you this ring
I give you this ring
as a sign of our marriage
as a sign of our marriage
and as a token of my love for you.
and as a token of my love for you.
And Tracy, would you please place Paul's ring on the third finger of his left hand? And repeat after me. I give you this ring
Give you this ring
as a sign of our marriage
as a sign of our marriage
and as a token of my love for you.
and as a token of my love for you.
Thank you. And would you please now join both hands? The hands that you hold are the hands of your best friend. These are the hands that will love you and cherish you through all the years, and with the slightest touch will comfort you like no other. May these hands always reach out with love, tenderness and respect, and may they continue to build a loving relationship that lasts for a lifetime. Today is a new beginning for you both. May you enjoy a long and happy future together, rich in love, laughter, trust and friendship. And now, by virtue of binding declarations you have made with each other, before me and in the presence of your witnesses, it gives me great pleasure to pronounce you husband and wife. Right, if anyone else wants some photos, feel free to come up and
Would you like this, Francesca?
ladies and gentlemen, could you please be upstanding and put your applause for the bride and groom.